Hello, everyone. I think we are live now. Just checking my connection quickly here. Yeah, I think yeah. Oh, good, good. Hey, how are you guys? Welcome to the strength chat with the trainer Orlando. You understand how you can double your strength and feel 10 years younger in your 40s and beyond. I'm your trainer Orlando, and the subject today is this is what happens to you when you double your strength over your 40s. Yeah, this is a good subject, isn't it? This is what happens to you when you double your strength over your 40s. What happens to you when you double your strength? Has anyone ever doubled the strength before? I have. I have, and I will tell you later my benefits, or what's happened to me. But have not tried, uh, if you have not tried yet to double your strength, I will give you some tips. We're going to be talking about what happens to your body. Yeah. So what do I mean? What do I mean here by doubling the strength and feeling 10 years younger? What do I mean by that, guys? If you know, you can tell me. But, well, when you double your strength and you feel 10 years younger, just think about next day when you wake up. How do you feel when you've done all that? You wake up in the morning feeling great. Yeah, you feel strong. Yeah, you have you feel more energized. You have more energy, more stamina. Why not? This is what happens when you double your strength and you have that sort of feeling 10 years younger. Another thing we can talk about here is you have more quality of life and longevity. Who doesn't want to have more quality of life and longevity? I'm after that. Okay, I'm 59. I want more longevity. I want another, I don't know, 40, 50 years. And I don't know, God knows, but I'm here. I'm doing my best to achieve this quality of life. We all want quality of life. This is when you double your strength, yeah, and you can feel, or you're feeling 10 years younger. Another thing I see is you be able to move better. Yeah, um, your body. You be more mobile. You be able to move better without any body restrictions. Because when you have restrictions in the body, this is not good. Yeah, because you lose your mobility. Yeah, you lose your mobility when you have restrictions in the body. If you have something happen in your body, so if you if your body is oh good, let's put it this way, so you'll be moving freely, which is good. Excuse me. Another thing is you'll be able to have to feel your muscles. Yeah, feel the body and the muscles stronger. Imagine, if you've never been that strong and all of a sudden you double your strength and you say, oh, I've doubled my strength and I feel 10 years younger. This is great, isn't it? This is amazing. So you're going to feel more, your body and your muscles more in shape. That's the word, more in shape. You're going to have more fitness, yeah? More endurance, your stamina. If you have children, and your family, you have more, yeah, let's put it this way, more stamina to play with, then, because your body will be, following whatever you ask your body to do it, because you don't have any sort of restrictions in the body. Yeah, that's when you double your strength. Another thing I see is you'll be able to lift weights that you never ever thought before. Imagine if you can lift a little bit heavier. I can tell you, my clients report to me, and I can see in their faces when they lift a little bit heavier. Doesn't need to be that big, yeah? A little bit heavier. Like today, a good example today. I've got this client who hasn't been training long with me, probably 3 months, more or less. And he never did exercises like a squats, deadlifts, like exercise they need more technical feeling. You need to understand the technique to do a movement. And he was doing this deadlifting movement. And I told him yesterday when I saw him on the gym floor, tomorrow you're going to do a little bit heavier on your lifts. So you did deadlifts, and today, he was doing before 60 kg, lifting 60 kilograms for 10 reps. And he did it. He did today 75 kg for 4 reps. Amazing. That was a big step up. Yeah. So from 60 to 75, it's not easy because it's not just lifting the weights. You have to make sure your technique, this movement, deadlift, if you don't get right, you can hurt your back. Yeah, because this is a good compound exercise to do it, but you have to make sure you know how to lift the weight off the ground. If you get wrong, you're gonna hurt your back. Yeah, this is important. So my clients, they will report to me because I can tell, I can see in their face, they are happier with the training. They feel stronger. They have doubled their strength. And I asked my client today, have you doubled your strength? How do you feel? Do you think you have doubled? And he told me, more than that. So as long as you double your strength, hey, we're in the game, So yeah, he told me. And you can tell. He was so happy today when he did it. This is for me is, I get happy as well because I'm training then. I want then to feel 10 years younger, because you feel 10 years younger. When you feel stronger, everything changes around you. Yeah, because you feel happier. Being happier, everything is better. Okay. So what's the difference between doubling the strength, feeling 10 years younger, or even looking younger? Okay, let's take this one, the last one, looking younger. Who doesn't want to look younger? I want. Yeah, I think I look more, well, I will tell you later. Anyway, I was about to joke here. Well, looking younger, you can go to a plastic surgeon, and then he can do something on your face here, there. You look younger. Yeah, the skin, everything. But you're gonna spend a lot of money to do these operations. And who likes doing operations? No one likes going to hospital for operations. But anyway, if you've got the money, you want to spend money, it's up to you. But you can do differently. You can lift weights. Believe me, I'm here. Look at me. I'm 59. I've been lifting weights for too many years. I've been lifting weights, sleeping well, having a good diet, not a super diet, a good diet. Look, I am 59. I don't feel like being 59. Even when people look at me, they talk to me, I thought you're less than 59, a lot less, they say. Like, they even say like 20 years younger. Because that's how I feel. I feel a lot younger for my age. I feel I have transformed my body through the weights, lifting weights, and being good with my diet. I don't have an excellent super diet. Never had it. But I know I'm eating. I know the calories I'm having into my body. That's what you have to think about it. Okay? So the difference between doubling your strength, feeling 10 years younger, it's like you get that quality of life. Yeah? And longevity. Who doesn't want to get more longevity? Everyone is. If you are in the 40s, 50s, 60s, above, you want to get more longevity. Don't tell me you don't want that. You want that. I know, because I want quality of life. I'm after quality of life. I need more quality of life. Okay? We all want quality of life. Another thing is, you get more stamina overall in the body. Yeah? When you double your strength, you can you're gonna feel like different when you play with your kids, with your family, because you're stronger. Your body is stronger. Okay, you'll be even better for your hobbies. If you like playing football, you'll be able to run a lot, yeah, to tackle, and feel stronger when tackling, yeah. If you play football or rugby, whatever you play, whatever your hobby is, um, and again, once again, you look younger and better looking, yeah, without surgery, without surgery. Uh, Another thing, you're gonna build up more muscle mass, because that's important. When you build up more muscle mass, you one thing is you accelerate your metabolism, yeah, yeah. You burn more calories. You become stronger, yeah. Your body gets more in tune, right? Health problems, you might not have health problems, yeah, everyone can have, but if you're lifting weights, exercise, be active, yeah, probably won't happen anything. Your blood pressure, yeah, when you do weight training, stabilizes, yeah. If you I have had clients with high blood pressure and the blood pressure came down. I have had clients with like having 3 pills, yeah, and now, um, well, she's having 2 pills now, yeah, and if she wants to have 1 pill next time she's going to see the doctor. This is great because weights are helping her. Okay, of course, all with a good diet. It's not lifting weights. Lifting weights, you double strength. Yeah, if you're 10 years younger, but you need a good diet. Okay, don't forget. Yeah, don't need to have a super diet, a good diet. Just make sure what are you ingesting into your body. Another thing is you can keep like cholesterol and diabetes away from you. You don't want that. No one wants that. So keep them away from you. Yeah, lift the weights. Um, Again, using weights and doing a good diet, they will walk along. Another one, I've forgot one pillar here because my 3 pillars, I say, you sleep well, train well, and diet well. Okay, these are 3 pillars. They walk along together. If one is missing, your gains might take longer. Yeah, because we are all after results when you go to the gym. Don't tell me you're not after results when you go to your gym. You just don't go there to lift weights. You want results. And another thing you need to do is drink a lot of water. I'm gonna drink now because I have to speak a lot, and that helps me. Um, why why is doubling their strength? Yeah, this is a question. Why is doubling their strength and feeling 10 years younger important? Why do you think it is important to double your strength and feel 10 years younger? Why is it important? You can tell me. Yeah. Um, well, why is it important? Because if you're in your 40s and beyond, you want to have more quality of life. We are all after that. Again, once again. Okay, all comes to quality of life, longevity. Yeah. Um, Another thing is like because you want to do things, you don't want to depend on anyone else. You want to do your own things. You want to be able to move, and without like someone helping you to move, around. So it's good to be able to be independent as you get older, and without having any body restrictions. That's the most important thing. Yeah. So I've seen people before um, struggling to walk with not enough mobility, and not that old, not probably a lot younger than I. It's because what I say is, if you don't take care of your body is a machine. I compare what I what I tell my clients is, I compare our bodies like a brand new car. When you're born and you're born, you're brand new, like a brand new car. Probably things won't happen to you, and you're growing, and you're doing an activity, you're getting healthier, stronger. Imagine you have, if you're not doing anything at all, you know, you're just like you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and you're not doing anything in terms of activity, exercises. Let's put it this way. The same happens. What's going to happen? You're going to stop one day. The same happens to a brand new car. When you buy a brand new car, you keep driving, and you don't do the we call MOT. Yeah, you don't check the tires, you don't put petrol, you don't wash, you don't do this, you don't do that. You know what's going to happen one day, right? Your car is going to tell you, "Hey, I'm tired of you. You're not taking care of me. Yeah, I've had enough of you. I'm going to stop." Your car will stop, and what's going to happen? You have to take your car to the garage to spend more money. The same happens to your body. If you don't take care of you now, yeah, maybe one day your body will say, "I've had enough of you. Take me to hospital." Wow. How are you gonna feel? How are you gonna feel about that? You're gonna be happy? You might cry. Yeah. You might say something to yourself, "I should have done it before. I should have like taken care of my body a bit better." Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah. Another important thing is, if you are one of those guys who likes to run in the morning, afternoon, or in the evening, yeah, uh, you'll be able to do it because your legs, you'll be a lot stronger. Your calves, important to have strong calves to push you, because we say they are very important when you know running. Yeah, that's your locomotion. Yeah, so you need to have strong calves, stronger lower body, not just lower body but upper body. Yeah, because people say, "I want to have a stronger lower body to be able to run." It's not just the lower body, it's the upper body as well. You know why? Because if you only train your lower body, you're not training upper body. When I watch you run outside, you're gonna be like hunching over, because you're gonna lose your posture when you're running. You want to have a nice straight body, nice coordination. Let's put it this way: you need to have that better coordination when running. So you have to strengthen your upper body as well as your lower body. Okay, yeah. So again, you're gonna have more endurance in the legs. Your heart will benefit because your heart is a muscle. Remember that. It's not just the biceps, the chest, the back. Your heart is a muscle. You have to exercise that muscle. How do you exercise? Doing also aerobic training. Okay. Of course, when you do, "Hey, coach, when I lift weights, do I exercise my heart?" Obviously. Of course you do. Okay. You're pumping more blood into your working muscles. That's what you're doing. That's the heart is doing. Yeah, because the beats are going up, and you make your heart to work harder and harder. Of course, your heart is getting healthier. Remember that. But you need to do aerobic, not loads. Again, if you are in the 40s, 50s, above, not too many runs, because if you want to build up muscle mass, you're gonna be losing running. Okay, so I'd say at least twice a week in our age, 40s and above. Okay, but if you are in your 20s, it's different. You can hold on for longer, your muscles in your body. But when you're my age, like I like doing uh, one run per week. I have not been doing, to be honest, because I haven't got the time. Because I'm in the gym. And another thing is, it's not just I don't have time. I could. It's because I don't like running in the cold. I like running with like a 20, 25 degrees. That's me. What I do instead to work my heart, every Friday, like I did today, I do a heat session. Do you know what a heat session is? High intensity interval training. It's like you get together 3, 5, 6 exercise, and you do back to back. Yeah. And then you rest for 2 minutes or a bit more. It depends on your fitness. So that works a lot. That makes me burn a lot of calories. Yeah. And works my heart quite hard. I can feel. Why would you invest money, or why invest money and time to double your strength and feel 10 years younger? Why not? Why not? That's my question. Why not invest money and time to double your strength? Um, talking about myself. Yeah, I invest. I Of course you have to invest money and time to double. For me, first of all, would be primarily my health. Yeah. When I invest money and time in my training, it's for my health. Yeah. And then comes the rest. Yeah. I want to be always healthier. Yeah. So when you invest money and time, yeah, in your training, you gain more, you gain the results, you gain more longevity, again, more quality of life. You see, they're all connected. Yeah. Especially in your 40s and beyond. Okay. It's important. You have to spend money and time if you want to get things work your side or your end. Yeah. If you don't invest money and time in your training, or to to, to transform your body, let's put it this way, you might regret one day. You might have to spend money on medicines. Okay. You might have to go to a doctor, and he's gonna prescribe, he or she will prescribe uh, medicine for you, and you have to spend money. Okay. If you don't do um, this, let's put it this way, if you don't do this investment right now, invest time and money in your training, you probably 100% sure you will regret one day, and that could be too late. Okay. If you don't do right now, because things can happen 21, and you know what I'm talking about here. Yeah. If anything happens to your health, you might cry. Yeah. You might regret. I have had clients uh, who came to me because things happened. um, I can name it: diabetes, cholesterol, blood pressure, high blood pressure, uh, too stressed, too fatigued. So, I mean, we, you know, we are human beings. We wait for the things to happen. We don't take the action. Sometimes you take too long to take actions. Take the action now. Don't wait. Go and do it. What are you waiting for? Yeah. Don't make any excuses. People tend to make excuses. Yeah. For me, like today, when I did my heat session, I was feeling tired. Easily for me to not to do it. But I do exercise 5 times per week. And I could have just said to myself, hey, Orlando, you have done 4 workouts this week, 4 times. You can rest. Said, no, I've got the drive. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I did it. It took me like altogether 50 minutes, about 45 to do this heat. But after that, you have a shower, you feel great. That's how you feel. You double your strength, and you feel 10 years younger. Actually, I feel 20 years younger. Well, I'm just joking, but to be honest, that's how I feel. Because that's when you do exercises, that's what you want. You want to look good, yeah, to get a little bit of body definition, keep the fat away from you, you know. That's all you want. Okay, next one. Um, I'm gonna answer this question as I've been answering, but you can, you can, we can exchange a little bit of chat here if you want. Like, what's the biggest? What would be the biggest benefit for you or for me, or let's say in this case for me, to have doubled my strength and feeling 10 years younger? What's the biggest benefit for me to have doubled my strength? I can tell you straight away. I feel a lot stronger overall. Yeah, top to toe. I'm telling you, I feel a lot stronger. I feel my upper body, lower body, they are with me. I've got more muscle mass. I'm stronger. I've got more strength. Yeah. Another thing is, that's something I like, is my reflexes. They are like my reaction time so quick. I'm so quick. If anything happens, my hands go like that. Why? Because when you do weight training, you activate the brain. Yeah. You activate these boys and girls. Yeah. If you do weight training, you regenerate the cells in your brain. Yeah. The older ones go away, and then you bring brand new ones, and that makes you become alert. Yeah. You there. Yeah. Your reflexes, your reaction time, they're all there. I feel, I'm not joking, I feel more than 10 years younger, if you're not 20. Yeah. Because people come to me and ask me, how old are you? Because they usually see me with my kit, my gym kit, when I'm working. So I'm all covered because the gym is very cold, and I have to use like 3 layers to cover my body. And so when I'm in training, they see me, they say, my God, look at you. Look at your muscles. You look amazing. It's great when you hear that, you know, when someone looks at you and says that, look, you look great. Look at your body, your transformation. You look, I never thought you had this sort of body. Because I go for it. I train every day. You don't need to train every day. I'd say twice is, you know, when people ask me how many times, if you really don't have much time, once, but twice, your gains coming faster. Yeah. Another thing, talking about myself, I feel my skin looks great. It doesn't look as if I am someone. My skin is not all like wrinkly. You can see. Yeah. It's like, because it hasn't lost its elasticity because of weight training, because the training I do, it helps me a lot. Okay. So I know I'm getting older, but I'm feeling healthier every time. Okay. And I will never stop doing the training because I know how much I can benefit doing weight training. That's why I'm here, guys. If you are in your 40s, wake up. What are you waiting for? Go and do weight training. Do it. I'm here to help you. If anything, write to me. Okay? I help you. Okay? So another thing I feel myself is I still work as hard as someone who is a lot younger than I, because I sometimes train with people a lot younger than I. We've got trainers who are 25, 30, 40. I'm 59. And I train with them, no problems at all. Yeah. I push hard. Believe me. I don't care. I've got the drive for it because I've got that thing in me. I can do it. Okay. Of course, if you have not been training as long as I have, you'll be tougher for you. But you're not there to compete. I'm a trainer. kind of compete a little bit between just, kind of like taking and make it. But you don't need, if you do like 2 workouts per week, you're gonna benefit. Obviously, if you do more, the more you do, the faster your gains will come. If you're after that, of course you are. So that's what I'm saying. I train with a lot of younger people, and we rock. Okay. So overall, I feel happy and healthy. Okay. What about you? How do you feel? If you have already doubled your strength, or if you are in the process of doubling your strength, you can write to me anytime. Yeah. Um, so as I said to you, these are the transformations your body gets when you double your strength. Your brain becomes more active. Imagine you are 65 years old and you have that sharp brain. Amazing, huh? Yeah. And when people speak to you, they will note you quick, you different. Yeah. I get lots of people. I see lots of people like um, middle aged, 45s, 50s, doing weight training. They're happy. Okay. So yeah, remember, you get a lot stronger lifting weights. Weights are important. Yeah. Weights bring you health, bring you longevity, brings you more quality of life. Your skin will benefit. What else? What else? um your health. Yeah. Your mood. You're gonna sound different. People will note, people will talk to you. What's happened to you? You look different. Okay. Now, what about if you don't do weight? What about if you don't do all of these I've just said? If you don't do weight training, what happens? All of the above, all of the above I've just mentioned might not happen, because you're doing nothing to yourself. You don't need necessarily do weight training. Okay. You can opt for a different sport. But believe me, boy, if you're in your 40s and 50s, there is nothing better than weight training. I'm here to tell you, I'm a trainer. I've been in the business, I've been in the fitness industry for too many years. Just look at my age, 59. I've trained loads of people. I know I'm talking about it. Whether or not you like weight training, yeah, you have to do it. I'm so sorry to say that. But mate, it's a good advice for you. You have to do weight training. It's once you get used to that and the results are coming, you're gonna be like, God, yeah, the trainer told me it's happening. It happens. When that happens, you're gonna be so happy, because you're gonna feel you transforming your body. Your body's different. And that's what you want in training. You want the results, don't you? You want the results. I still go for the results. How? I try to lift a little bit heavier. Or sometimes I work more my core. Yeah, do more core exercises. Yeah. That's what you have to do. Okay. If you don't want to do weight training, you can do something different. But believe me, through my experience in training or in training people, you need weight training, because results come faster. And that's why you after results. Remember this. If you want to double strength, and if you're 10 years younger, boy, follow me. Boy and girls, do weight training. Is essential. Okay. It's essential for your health as well. How do I say when people get things wrong? Yeah. It's when in terms of trend, is when people make loads of excuses. Orlando, I haven't got the time for training. Don't tell me this. When they come to me, when people sit down and talk to me, I don't have time for training. I just don't believe. I always say in my lives, I don't believe. Yeah. Because if something happens to you, you make the time. Believe me, if something happens to me and you know when we talk about it, you make the time for that. It's always like this. When things happen, I can do it. If you just wait until things happen, you don't do anything. But when things happen, you do it. But could be costly, could cost you more money. Do you know? Do you know how much you're gonna pay for a personal trainer? I'm not telling you, but more or less you know how much that costs. It can cost you more money. And if you have no idea about weight training, if you don't have a training program in your hands, if you don't understand the technique, if you don't understand the movement, you're going to struggle. So don't live for too late. Do it now, okay? Another thing they say to me is, I'm too old for training. I just laugh. I just laugh when they say that. I just look at them, look at me. I'm probably older than you. And I'm still rocking with the weights. Another excuse is they say, another one, and I like this one. When I'm talking, yeah, how do they say? I will think about it. I will think about it. And I will decide soon. When they say I'll think about it, they'll never do it. They'll never do it because things go too fast nowadays, and comes tomorrow, comes the day after tomorrow, and they'll never do it. Okay? That will never happen. Believe me, that will never happen. You never do weight training because you're being lazy. Okay? I'm sorry to say that, but that's what happens. Easier to make excuses in life, harder to do those ones. Okay? So go and do it. Embrace the training. It's your health. Yeah? Let me tell you something. My client's wife had a problem. Yeah, I don't like saying this word. Probably you know what kind of happened to her. And she had to go for an urgent operation. But listen, she's in the 50s. I think she's 55, 56, a bit younger than I. But happens she's been doing weight training for a while. Yeah, and she's a strong lady. She goes to the gym 3 or 4 times. Yeah. She recovered from there within a month. And the doctor told her, don't stop doing the training till your operation comes. And then she did till the last day and went for the op. Thanks God, everything went well. And then she recovered like that. You know why? Because the muscles responded. She was stronger for that. Think about it. Okay? Anything can happen to us. Yeah, we are not immune to anything. Anything can happen. But if your body is very strong, when things happen, you're going to fight that off easier. Right? Last one. We're coming to 40 minutes, and I thought my live would be for 30 minutes. But anyway, if you ask me hey, coach, I'm enjoying your life now. I agree with you, but tell me, how can I start doubling my strength? What should I do it? Yeah, and feeling 10 years younger. Yeah, maybe younger than you, coach. Okay, what I say is, go to my social media, Instagram here, YouTube. Also, I'm screening on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Go to my social media. I've got loads of contents there for free. You don't need to pay anything. Go and watch. I've got loads of tutorials there, exercise tutorials. I teach you how to do the movements. Yeah. And if you want to know about, if you don't find the exercise you want there, just write to me. Send me just write in the chat. Yeah. because I read everything, and I can make a video for you if you want the exercise. Yeah, I can do for you, and I will post on my social media, because we have loads of exercise. Sometimes you forget about the the exercise. I can do it for you. I'm here to help you, and for free. I'm not charging you anything at all. It's there for you. Go and do it. Embrace. Yeah, go to my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and enjoy the exercise there. Um, and follow the technique and start to perform it. Okay, people. Thank you for you guys here in Instagram. I can see people there. Thank for you guys here on Facebook, on YouTube. Appreciate being with me. I know today's Friday, and I love Fridays, and probably I'll come back tomorrow for one more live. And God bless you, and have a lovely weekend. Take care. Bye.